Good afternoon. Good afternoon. You'll have to excuse my low energy. I'm still suffering from this mystery illness, flu, or maybe it's this cold sore virus, or maybe it's COVID, or maybe, who knows? The only real way that I would know is if I went to a doctor. And I guess, yeah, that's a story as old as time. Whoever you go to will tell you what it is. And all I say is that I'm unwell, and usually I get better, and so I'll be better in a day or two. And I soldier on. I'm going to ignore the fact that I've shared a video this morning lobbying Andrew Forrest of Fortescue to create a forest in his name, like John Forrest. John Forrest just found a forest and put his name on it, but with the changing times, I think someone who's one of the largest employers in Western Australia, I think it's pretty fair that we can lobby him to create a forest, considering he creates all these other things, these jobs, productivity, community spirit and all that. He creates fucking building companies that his brother-in-law sends into his administration. He creates a fucking wonderful resort for himself, quite like the Zorro Ranch up in Minderoo Station, where he leaves a young man's tools up there and fucking permanently destroys his fucking life and doesn't acknowledge it, and then fails to provide that young man with a suitable boat that has been requested. On the same day, we have a indoor glass house forest on the day after I mentioned about how we live in the glass age and not the steel age, or not the iron age, and not the fucking twiggy forest age, and so that he'd better get with the fucking program. We live in a day where a terrorist attack on Forrest Place, is stretching the limits of our possible fucking conceptions on what this word terrorism means, what this word invasion means, what the whole situation of every little fucking nuanced argument in this hellish fucking Western colony all means. And I'm going to draw that out, right? Let's consider Forrest Place, which is not named after Andrew Forrest. It's named after John Forrest, right? That is a meeting place. It's a pretty well indicated meeting place of my empire. Okay. We've put a lot of investment into that place. We've built a huge, gigantic, beautiful post office building that is decorated, and the highest level, the stonework, all the things. There's even a glass canopy there that I actually assisted on all those years ago. Right, let's consider that this is a territory that is being invaded, or is conflicted territory, okay? So what happens right now is that this government, both sides, are creating a fucking tinderbox, right? Let's now refer to Forrest Place as the tinderbox, you know what I mean? How many Tinder dates are meeting at Forrest Place only to fucking go and buy popcorn and choc tops at Piccadilly Arcade? Do they do that anymore? No, they probably go to Rain Square Cinema. They don't go to Piccadilly Arcade anymore. They certainly don't go to London Court. They go on their Tinder fucking device. They meet at Forrest Place. They get chased around by homeless drug addicts. And then hopefully, if everything goes right, they get a free ticket home on their Transperth fucking ticket to get to their little suburban abode, and perhaps if the man has been lucky, he might get lucky. But basically, if this is a conflicted territory, if we have an Invasion Day parade, okay, Invasion Day parade, representing a so-called alliance between the Aboriginal people, okay, and the Palestinian cause, okay. Well, I'm going to give you a little fucking... I don't have colouring in, so I can't do the Palestinian flag. I can't even remember what it looks like. Basically, if we imagine Forrest Place, okay, apparently, according to all of this, the fact that throwing a fucking plastic bag, which is now filled with the insignia of the Catholic Church, which I've locked away in here, right? I've sealed this on order of the Church of England and the Archbishop of Canterbury that the Vatican has been sealed in this bag, okay? That's just paper. That's not a bomb, right? The moment a single lone wolf individual hurls a plastic bag with yet to be proven, explosive devices. I'm a pretty good engineer. I don't know how anything that big could ever create a mass casualty situation. That's not really my understanding of how terrorism and bombs work. In fact, something like that tossed recklessly into a crowd is pretty much akin to flying hang gliders in to try and invade a nuclear power. So what is going on here? What on earth is going on if we are having this type of random lone wolf lunacy declared as an organised terrorist action on an Invasion Day rally in Forrest Place, a highly populated, highly, concentrated populous region of our capital city? Well, according to Palestinian Hamas logic, the next thing we're going to have is a hang gliding in, rebel army that is going to be burning, decapitating, and fucking killing people at a dance festival. So, according to precedent established by all the, common sense law and order you could possibly get, the fact that we're in this fucking rampant terrorist situation means that every single dance festival across Western Australia is to be cancelled. That's right. There is no fucking exception. You have brought this in now. We are at the midst of a fucking hellish fucking invasion from either side, from either the white nationalist fucking extreme far right or the extreme fucking Hamas terrorist organization rhetoric of flying hang gliders in. And this is a standoff in one of our most beautiful places. And the fact is clear. It is undeniable that this definitely means that every single music festival in Western Australia, and I think the greater country, the nation itself, the wonderful Australia that we all know, every music festival, just to make sure that we don't have any repeat of what happened on October 7th, in which our Premier wished happy birthday to a train, obviously a dog whistle towards the Nazi trains that shipped Jewish people off to their death. He decided on October 7th that was a fucking satisfactory day to wish happy birthday to a fucking train. And I guarantee you that he is regretting that, okay? So as all of you now wish happy birthday to the fucking most ridiculous, embarrassing premier of any region on fucking earth, the person that wished happy birthday to a train while being actively, constantly called out by someone who's basically 1% Jewish, then proceeded to declare somebody tossing this into an invasion day, which basically gives the permission slip to every fucking terrorist in every fucking little back alley of every fucking skerrick of this fucking poorly designed shithole here. He now gives them absolute fucking legal fucking and, permission to go and commit the same atrocities that we saw on October 7th. How do you argue this? It was not, subtle that this was a combined Aboriginal and fucking Palestinian invasion day taking place in Forrest Place. Clearly, if Benjamin Netanyahu and whatever Herzog, if they on October fucking 3rd, 2023 said, well, no music festivals. We have clear fucking evidence that there is going to be an invasion. No more music festivals. That's what I'm doing. I'm saying that. That's what this is all about. Is it, or is it not? Can we get Anthony Albanese on the phone? Anthony, how can you have supported these protesters who are now saying to arrest a prime minister when you have clear ties to this Roger Cook fella, who was then thought it wise to do a dog whistle, Nazi dog whistle, end up in prison, I think it was a week after that. And then I've been blocked by my Premier. How can I be blocked by my Premier? How does that work? Does that mean I don't have to pay my parking tickets from the city of Perth? Because clearly I'm not welcome in the city of Perth with this invasion going on. I don't want to be caught between a fucking Palestinian Aboriginal invasion and an extremist Catholic white supremacist fucking civil war going on. I'd rather just go out and plant some trees. And I'm trying to lobby Andrew Forrest for Fortescue, a fine representative of this country and this state, in order to do so. And I've brought up my grievances towards the Tasmanian Lord Mayor, and I think she's come to the party by creating a beautiful glass dome with wonderful rainforest species of tree in that place. As I'm just declaring that our iPhone revolution, our handheld smartphone revolution, is very much like a nursery, and that we are not supposed to be contained within the nursery. We're supposed to be, prepared for a world in which planting trees doesn't involve geopolitical fucking international terrorist organizations. Yeah, that's why I stuck you upside down. That's why I did all those things. And no, we're not going to unwoman Australia. Who the fuck do you think you are? The last post you have on there says unwoman Australia. Unwoman Australia. You can go and fuck yourself. My mum's a woman. My daughter's a woman. My girlfriend's a woman. My ex-girlfriend's a woman. My other ex-girlfriend's a woman. And all of my ex-girlfriends have been women. If we unwoman Australia, who the fuck am I going to have sex with, you twit? And yes, I can see your fucking little hidden fucking 33 fucking, you know what I mean? I can see your hidden 33 bullshit on your fucking thing. You want a fucking 33-degree Mason unwoman Australia. You can go and fuck yourself. Yeah, no, I've crossed it all out. Yeah, I've crossed it out. I'm going to tear off the fucking Aboriginal flag here that's been hideously fucking appropriated for this fucking global fucking terrorism. You want to fucking claim to fucking, arrest fucking Herzog? How about we arrest you, you fucking Nazi cunt? Yeah. Yeah, did you hear me? October 7th, happy birthday. No, that can fucking Palestine, that can all fucking suck my fucking cock. No one's going to fucking fall for this shit. It's not going to work. How would it have ever worked? We know what you've done. It's all over. It's all over, Red Rover. We're not going to unwoman Australia. We're going to un-Albanese Australia. We're going to un-Catholic Australia, or, as close as we can possibly strive to do it. And we're going to un-Labor Party Australia, I think. Stick it all in the fucking bag.